saw kind of a dreary day out there, but the sunset is looking pretty nice.
It is absolutely gorgeous. We saw the lakeshore just before we went to the break. What a way to end the day. So much better than the way it started. Yeah. George, outside on the weather deck, we can see it behind you too.
Yes, indeed. We got a little bit of the sunset right below the low cloud deck, and skies are going to be clearing tonight. But we have more active weather on the way with a rather unusual weather pattern. 13 weather ball is blue, cooler weather in view for your Wednesday. It's also blinking bright. We do have some rain in sight and then some snow. But for our deer hunters, it should be quiet the rest of the night. In the morning, it may start out dry at sunrise 7:45, but some rain throughout the morning into the early afternoon, and then dry the rest of the day. So tomorrow, temperatures are going to hold steady. They'll generally be in the mid and upper 40s and then gradually fall tomorrow night. Hey, there's that sunset over in Muskegon and Grand Haven, dipping down below the low clouds that we're going to clear on out tonight. Temperatures cooled off from the afternoon highs, which made the low 60s. We're now back down into the upper 50s to near 60, well above the average high of 46. And you can see there are some breaks in the clouds. Nothing really going on other than a cold front went through earlier this afternoon, and that's what ended our rain. We do have a low pressure system that's going to take an unusual track. It's kind of slowing down, and then it's going to feed some energy and then just kind of back up over the next 2 days, coming back around to the west. A very unusual closed low. It just kind of hangs out and just rotates around for a little while, and that'll have an impact on our rain and snow that we've got coming in our direction. But right now it is too warm for snow. You can see overnight we've got mainly a clear night before the clouds roll in, and during the day tomorrow we'll see some of those showers roll back in. So a wet weather day, you'll need your umbrella again. Here's that low, and watch how it just kind of tracks up over the straits. And tomorrow night and for your morning commute on Thursday, we're going to see some of that rain mixing with and changing to snow. More rain and snow at the lakeshore, more snow with rain mixed in the inland areas. And then by the end of the day on Thursday, we'll have cleared that out. And then just some scattered showers showing up during the day on Friday. Right now we've got a dry weekend. So again, we are showing most of the rain here tomorrow into Thursday. Basically a dry weekend all the way through next to Thursday. In terms of snowfall, we're not talking a lot. 0.8 of an inch of snow here in Grand Rapids, but there'll be some spots here in West Michigan that have more than that. And because that low is coming directly overhead, not quite as windy, but breezy for Wednesday through Friday, especially along the lakeshore. Looking farther ahead, we're getting into Thanksgiving week. Warm temperatures are going to prevail. At least we'll stay in the 40s for highs, and still a higher chance that we could see more precipitation during that 5-day period. Tonight, it'll become mostly clear to partly cloudy. Overnight lows will be in the mid and upper 30s to around 40. Northern zones will be in the upper 30s with a southwest wind. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, we'll stop down to around 40 or so. 13 on your side forecast. Rain tomorrow, 47. Rain mixing with or changing to snow. Kind of windy at the lakeshore on Thursday. A high of only 42, and there'll be some accumulation in some areas. 46 and windy on Friday, but right now we're looking at a dry weekend, and next week we'll start out dry with more seasonable temperatures in the 40s. So goodbye to those 60s, at least for a while.
Thank you, George. Mild but a little breezy out there today.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of normal for this time of year, right, George?
Gosh, there's nothing normal about anything at this time of year, including our upcoming forecast. We have definitely a very unusual weather pattern shaping up over the next 48 hours. We'll explain it all, which will also include some snow for the first time here in West Michigan. 13 weather ball blinking bright. First, we have just rain in sight for your Wednesday. It is also blue, cooler weather in view. We'll be cooling off into the 40s, but tonight skies will be mostly to partly cloudy for Thor and Loki. The Sherwoods, I'm going to give you a green paw this evening with 50s, and in the morning a green paw in the 40s, and will remain in the upper 40s here tomorrow. We did see a brief break in the clouds at times today, and there are a couple of breaks out there right now. And earlier today there were some rain showers that moved on through, but right now it is dry. It will stay dry tonight. We have a low pressure system that is developing here over Lake Erie, and it's going to take a little while to develop. An unusual storm track. We've been trying to nail this down for the last couple of days. That's the reason why we haven't posted any snow totals. That would obviously be wrong at this point. But right now, this is the preferred track of the storm, just kind of rotating around the Great Lakes region underneath the upper level system. So that will make a difference on where the snow piles up. We got mainly cloudy skies tonight and then some rain showers rotating through tomorrow into the afternoon. And then a quiet period before that low backs up, and some of that moisture going to work its way around by Thursday morning with some rain and snow that may change over to snow for a while, especially south and west of Grand Rapids, before skies clear Thursday night. And that could lead to some accumulation. And then some scattered showers expected on Friday, but we will end up with a dry weekend. Rainfall. Well, you can see it kind of rotating around here in Grand Rapids. Rainfall, including some melting snow, about a half to maybe up to an inch of rain, especially down here in southwest lower Michigan. On the snow side, we haven't posted any snow totals up to this point because yesterday they had 10 to 15 inches of snow here. Today they have 0. That's why you don't go with snow totals this close to the event. But you can see where most of the snow is rotating around, coming in off of Lake Michigan. There could be 4.5 in South Bend. Right now, we're talking about a ½ an inch falling here in Grand Rapids. And as Blake mentioned at the top of the show, how much accumulates will depend on how fast it snows and whether the melting can take over and melt some of that snow. Beyond that, we have the forecast through the 3rd of December. We are going to cool off. High temperatures may actually drop below the average, around 40 to 42, and a higher chance for a little bit more in the way of precipitation. Might be snow. Forecast for tonight, mainly cloudy skies, mid and upper 30s north and south to around 40 in Muskegon and Holland. Northern areas, you'll drop down into the upper 30s above freezing, generally cloudy. Here in the greater Grand Rapids area, looking like overnight lows around 40. 13 on your side forecast. Our average low is 32. I think we're going to stay above that even despite the snow falling here on Thursday morning for your morning commute. Rain Friday, and then a dry weekend, a little bit breezy between now and Saturday, and then mostly cloudy, mid 40s next week.
George, a gray, drizzly, very mild day, but the skies cleared just in time for sunset.
Yeah, and with that clearing skies, we saw very mild temperatures again, Juliet. It's our second warmest autumn up to this point. Yeah, that's going to contribute to perhaps a lot of melting snow as we may get our first snowfall very late Wednesday night, Thursday. More on that in a moment. 13 weather ball is blinking bright. We have rain in sight for your Wednesday. No worries there, just damp pavement. And blue, it's cooler in view. We made the lows in mid 60s from Grand Rapids southward, upper 50s north, well above our average high of 46. Not record highs, but unusually mild for mid-November. We came within our target range. We have done that 2 days in a row. We've only had 3 misses here in the past 31 days. So let's talk about what might be coming our way Wednesday night and Thursday. Well, our first accumulation is possible, perhaps an inch on the grassy surfaces. You can see from the map there could be some localized 3+ bands coming in off the lake. Now, the limiting factors are because of the warm ground, upper 40s right now, and temperatures will stay above freezing, air temperatures. So rain and mix at the lake shore because of Lake Michigan water temperatures in the 50s. That's why you don't see blue at the lake shore. Some of the impacts could be slippery spots and maybe some outbursts of heavier snow can overcome the warm ground. So here's your winter checklist. What will you need perhaps on Thursday, not Wednesday? Perhaps your snow brush, go ahead and find that. Yeah, definitely coat and boots and some extra time traveling, especially on Thursday morning. This is not a milk and bread alert. We had some clouds earlier today. I think we're going to hang on to most of the clouds overnight tonight, and our HRRR model is modeling the atmosphere pretty closely to the current conditions. You can see overcast throughout the night. It'll be dry, and then tomorrow we'll start to see some rain showers come through. It'll be a rainy lunch hour for you, but just damp roads throughout the day. And then as the cooler air starts to come in, we'll start to change some of that lake effect over to a mixture of rain and snow. So your morning commute may be just a little bit damp, challenging, but as the day goes on, we'll see a rain and snow mix inland with some possible accumulations. The lakeshore, it's all green, that's all rain. So the snowfall will be very limited at the lakeshore, generally less than a ½ an inch along through here. Some of the inland areas could see up to 2 inches worth of snow, and there's a couple of pockets that could see 3+. Right now, a lot of that will be melting. By the time you wake up on Friday, all of that snow will have melted. So just let the snow melt. You don't need to get your snow shovels out. Tomorrow, just rain. It'll be breezy at the lakeshore with that onshore breeze, about 15 to 20. Upper 40s north and close to 50 down in South Haven. To the north, we'll see some rain throughout the day, especially into the late morning, early afternoon. Mid 40s here, so that's cooler than today's upper 50s with a not quite as breezy wind. Breezier toward the lakeshore here in Allegan County. Further inland, not quite as breezy. We'll have 8 to 16, maybe gusting to 25. Upper 40s for your highs tomorrow. 13 on your side forecast. Rain mixes with snow late Wednesday night, and it may change over to all snow in some locations on Thursday, but some rain at the lakeshore. Will stay above freezing. Low 40s in the afternoon, and it will get somewhat windy, especially in the afternoon. That wind will translate into Friday, but we will see temperatures staying above freezing on Friday up to 46, and then a dry weekend right now with seasonable highs in the mid 40s, and will be more seasonable next week. And right now we have dry weather for Monday and Tuesday, and the models are indicating very little precipitation most of next week as well.
I like seeing that list because I know I don't need a snow shovel. I do need my brush maybe, and I don't have to run to get milk and bread at the store.
You do not.
Thank you, George.